Why are you filming them to start off with?
Because I haven't turned the camera around. So anyway, this is Keg and Ali.
Yeah.
They look a bit different tonight.
Yeah.
One looks like, that's Keg, the one with the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ali's had a haircut, wearing a nice black
Alison.
t-shirt there. So
Thanks, Tag. You're welcome.
we thought we'd do it a little bit differently, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's a new look.
Yeah.
It's a new look for us.
It is.
It is, yes. So, but
We're here at Waverly.
oh my God! You've been waiting to do this for how long?
Years.
Excellent. I have done it 2016, but now I get to do it again. What's your enjoyment, your adrenaline flow in the
I'm
dark
going
there?
to the 4th floor.
And we've been enjoyed. We've been enjoyed by Paranormal Quest has enjoyed us.
We have we've enjoyed you immensely.
Immensely. There you go. You see?
Yeah, you
See? And that's our beginning. So
That's how our beginning is done.
Are we pumped?
We are pumped.
We are pumped.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
Okay, let's
go.
go.
Let's go look around first. All right, so Ryan,
Alison.
we are standing in Waverly Hills.
Yes, we are.
Can
We are.
you-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. It up. Let's start over.
Which we will use. No. Ryan,
Alison.
here we are
Here we are.
in Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Yes, we are. Waverly Hills Sanatorium. So, I remember the first time I ever came to Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Just like everyone else, it was on my bucket list because out of all the places that you can travel as a paranormal investigator, Waverly Hills Sanatorium is one of those locations that's synonymous with haunted. I mean, it is legendary, infamous throughout the world as one of the most haunted places that you can visit. And for good reason. The reason that it was built was because of the tuberculosis epidemic, a worldwide epidemic that swept for centuries. I mean, this was the most deadly disease in human history. It was contagious, and it was so deadly, in fact, that I read a statistic once that said 1 in 7 people who had ever lived before 1800 all died of tuberculosis. 1 of 7 people that ever lived. It's just a crazy thing to think about. And of course, one of the things that modern medicine wanted to achieve around the turn of the century, from the 19th to 20th centuries, was to try and cure tuberculosis. So all throughout the world, but especially all through America, you had these sanatoriums popping up. Waverly Hills being one of the largest in the United States. But it didn't always start that way, because the sanatorium opened in 1910, and it was just a few small wooden hospital buildings. But as they continued to grow and get more and more patients, they needed more space. So by 1924, they decided to build this massive 5-floor bat wing shaped hospital building that we see today and know as Waverly Hills Sanatorium. It was used until 1961 when it finally shut down, because after they found the perfect antibiotic compound that would eradicate the bacteria, the tuberculous bacteria from the lungs, they really didn't need these large hospitals anymore specifically for tuberculosis, so the small amount of patients that were left were moved out in 1961. But the history and the stories of this place are legendary. The patients dying 1 per hour at one point during the height of that epidemic, the deadliest point of tuberculosis. And you can imagine the souls that are left here, estimated somewhere over 20,000 deaths inside this building, inside this massive structure. So how many spirits, how many souls are here? I guess that's the question that we're here to answer tonight.
Now, it wasn't always a TB, didn't it become something else afterwards?
Yes, afterwards it was kind of like a nursing home. It was used for taking care of the elderly, those who couldn't take care of themselves, but that also, it didn't last very long, and in fact they ended up closing that down due to neglect of the patients, neglect and possible abuse of the patients. And so after that, it pretty much was abandoned, and that's why all the graffiti, you see all the graffiti all over the walls, because before Tina and Charlie purchased the building, it was just open and empty. People came through, tore it up, graffiti, but I imagine a lot of the early paranormal stories of Waverly Hills came from those years when people came here freely to explore. But there's a lot of heartache, a lot of sadness in this building, whether you're talking about the tuberculosis era, of people losing loved ones, of people not knowing whether they were going to survive another day, or you talk about the nursing home years when the elderly were neglected and possibly abused. The spirits are numerous. The stories of hauntings are numerous, and I guess that's why Waverly Hills is so famous.
Yeah. Cool. You're going to show me some of the spots, the hot spots?
I am, but I want to find one because when we were here in 2020, because as you remember, this thing happened in 2020 called COVID, and you all were supposed to come over here.
We were.
And you had booked this location for the night, and whenever you couldn't make it over, you kindly said, just go in your place.
Just do it, yeah.
And one of the craziest experiences we had was in one of these hallways, and I can't remember what floor it was on. I only remember it from the graffiti. So if we go up these center stairs, we should be able to find it pretty easily.
Right.
But before we do that, one, I guess, staple of the architecture of Waverly Hills are the solariums. People always hear the word solarium in relation to Waverly Hills and in relation to other tuberculosis hospitals, but they are these open air porches that they would have for the patients, because I guess in the years before the antibiotics that cured tuberculosis, they were desperate to find a cure. And they thought that fresh air and sunlight would do it. Fresh air and sunlight would help lessen the effect of the tuberculosis bacteria on the lungs. And so they would wheel them out here onto these porches every single day and just let them sit in the sunlight and fresh air. And then at the end of the day, they would wheel them back into their beds, back into their rooms, where they would shut them in through those doors. And that would be where they would actually sleep. Now, across the hallway from the actual rooms where the patients lived were where the, I guess, terminal patients were sent to. So if they felt like they weren't going to make it, their health declined, they would send them over to the other side of the hallway.
Okay.
So, but the solariums of this building are beautiful, and I could sit out here
Yeah,
all
well,
night
unless
long.
it was freezing cold winter, but...
Unless it was freezing cold, although I
Or
would
really
much prefer
hot.
that. I'd much prefer that to what we have right now. But yeah, let's take a walk on the solarium, I guess. We're getting down towards the end here. Here we are. Good call. This is definitely it right here.
Right.
So this is where Leanne and Jason and Steve and Dave were, is right over here, and I was standing right here in front of this graffiti, which we ended up making me move because of the graffiti. We didn't realize that it said hose behind my head. But I was standing right here talking about the solariums and the fresh air, and also talking about how they had the best of intentions with the solarium and the fresh air and the sunlight, but they didn't realize back at that time that having so much fresh air pumping through the building, it would spread the bacteria, because the bacteria would float on the air. It was an airborne disease. So it would not only infect other people, they would bring the patients in here, and then the doctors and the nurses would also become infected, because there's just open air just blowing through the building across. As they cough, it's just the bacteria is floating on the air and down the hallway. And but it was when I was talking about that, it sounded like it came from this end of the hospital, somewhere down here. But it was very clearly a woman singing. You could hear the change in the tone of her voice as she was just singing away. So one thing you have to remember with Waverly Hills is, in this open air hospital, this solarium out here, the air blowing in, spreading the bacterial infection, it wasn't just the patients.
Wow.
What the heck
was that?
Wow.
What the heck? That was down here.
Wait, shh. Infection, it wasn't just the patients.
Wow.
That's a car.
That's a car. That was not. That was.
No, what
that
we
was
heard before was
That was a woman singing.
Yeah, because there was an echo.
That was a
that
woman
was
singing.
insane. Did you hear that?
And it's not like you get people up here, because it's up on a hill. It's away from any other town or anything. It's not like there's a sidewalk right outside like other haunted locations, or you're in the middle of a busy city. This is tucked away from civilization, and why we would just randomly hear a woman singing is beyond us, but it was chilling. To hear that sound with our ears in the moment was just, it made the hair stand up on the back of our neck. Ready?
So we're up on the 5th floor.
We are. The 5th floor. This floor has always been very creepy to me, and I don't know if it's because it's smaller and more confined than the other floors. It's not as expansive. You just have a wardroom over here, and then that comes condensed down into this area here. And the most famous story, of course, is right in front of 502, and that's the story of a nurse. They say that the nurse herself, they're not exactly sure what caused her to be in such despair. Some people had speculated that she was pregnant. Some people had speculated that she had contracted tuberculosis herself. Some people had speculated that it was both. Other people have speculated that it was not self-inflicted at all. But as the story goes, they found her hanging from a chandelier that was right here above my head in this exact position right here. And that her spirit, among many others here at Waverly Hills, is one that's known to haunt this building. But people always talk about the child spirits on this upper floor because children were up here. And it's sad to think that children were kept in a hospital like this, but no one was exempt from the dangers of the disease. You know, children contracted it just as much as adults did, and there were children that passed away from it. It was very deadly. And you think about what life would have been like here at Waverly Hills with the children running through here playing, trying to be kids.
Yeah.
And you see photographs of children playing on the playground equipment and the swing sets that were out on the roof out here that they would use to keep these children entertained. And you think about just how sad it was. Children that lost friends to it, children that lost their parents to it, parents that lost their children to it.
Well, what I heard also from the last time I was here was the children were kept at one side, in one ward, but the patients, adult patients, the men who were affected by tuberculosis in the brain, because I didn't realise it could affect your brain as well, but it can apparently.
Yeah.
And they were kept at the other side.
Yeah, it really is. It was a very tricky virus, and that's what
Yeah.
made it so deadly and dangerous, was it could spread to multiple parts of the body. Most of the time, the part that was deadly was when it was in the lungs, because it would make the lungs bleed, and then it would actually, you'd drown on your own blood as your lungs were bleeding. You'd suffocate. But it could infect other parts of the body and cause dementia-like behavior. And if you think about that, the children being up here on one side, and then on the other side, these affected patients that were unpredictable, you know. So the challenge of keeping them separated or not keeping them separated, and that presents a whole new form of challenges. I don't know if it was the light in my eyes causing pareidolia of some kind, but I just saw right there to your right. Ooh, I got chills. Oh, that was weird.
I just heard just when you were saying that, there was like a, hopefully this caught it, like a footstep sound.
It was like a mist that went right here behind you. Which is why I stopped, because I saw it. It was like an orangish color, and it went right from your left side. It went.
Well, at that point I can look back, but at that point the camera is on you.
Right.
And I never moved because you're centered and framed. So.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure if it was just my eyes because the light's here, but I swear it was like movement. It went from my right to my left, moving on your left-hand side there, and it went behind you, about the height of a child, which was even creepier. That's why my hair stood up, because, oh my gosh.
It's like footsteps.
Hello?
There's somebody here with us. There is. You want to come out? Come and join us? Come and play. always when you start focusing on something, it goes quiet.
Yeah.
It's almost like when we're talking amongst ourselves,
Yeah.
you get all this stuff happening in the background, and it's like, as soon as you listen,
As soon as you listen,
it
nothing happens.
stops.
That was interesting because I did
Yeah.
hear that right over there.
Yeah. Well, when you said about that, just after I heard it first, just probably in this room.
Yeah.
Natural building sound, don't know.
I don't know. But I did see that
But
though. That was
if
very.
you saw it and I heard that at the same time, that just makes it all the more curious, doesn't it?
It does.
We're going to come up and play later, is that all right? Make sure it's nice and cool up here when we come.
Because Cag will talk about how it's hotter than hell.
She will whinge and she'll bitch. And you won't hear the last of it as her face drips and... Me too, all right.
We love you, Cag.
Who?
Well, we do.
What, you and Dave?
That's right.
Sorry, Kay. I'm getting my own back for all the blogs that you've written.
Oh, gosh.
Payback. Payback is a bitch.
That's right. You know, you have control of the YouTube channel. You could post anything you wanted.
Good, and I generally can and do.
That was a moment that we'll never forget. The singing at Waverly Hills, and
Yeah.
it didn't appear on the camera as clear as it was in person.
What you could hear.
Right. Because, you know, people always ask that. And it's something that irritates me to no end whenever we hear something with our ears, but the camera doesn't quite capture it the way you hear it with your ears. And people are like, well, I didn't hear that. So because the camera didn't capture it the way you hear it, I don't believe you. But it's like, you have to understand, microphone sensitivity is way weaker than what your ears can hear.
Do you find also when you put it up on YouTube, so you can hear it quite clearly, you load it up to YouTube and then you watch it back with everybody else, and what you heard is totally different. The sound is different.
Yeah, because the upload there is some, and it's even worse on like Facebook because of the audio compression.
Right.
So, because you have audio and video compression when you upload it.
Put it on there. And
I know.
everything, I can't hear it.
Yep.
But
So,
I could.
but anyone who wants the full experience, go and investigate these places yourself. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can hear way better with your ears than what any microphone could ever capture.
Yeah.
So we are in a service tunnel right now that everyone may better know as the body chute of Waverly Hills. Now, something interesting, a fun fact about the body chute was they actually built this before they built the building. Remember, the large bat wing shaped building was built in 1924 to 1926. And they used this as a tunnel to bring bricks up through to actually, building materials from the bottom of the hill up to where the building site was. But as the epidemic and the infection of tuberculosis became so severe that they were carting out one deceased person every hour, they didn't want it to hurt the morale of the patients who were trying to recover. So they decided to use this long service tunnel that leads to the bottom of the hill as a way to get the bodies to the bottom. And that's when it is famously called the body chute.
Now, what have you had happen here?
So whenever we investigated here 3 years ago, we came in here, it was actually Jason and I. And Jason and I did an Estes method in here, which we didn't have much luck with, but we kept hearing disembodied voices. And I remember it was like humming and murmuring. And we couldn't quite pin down where it was coming from because, again, the acoustics in here are so insane. Your voice carries long distances in here, but I think that makes it a great place for EVPs. I think that makes it a great place for capturing disembodied voices because you could have something happen all the way down there, but the sound carries up to you.
And talking of acoustics,
Yes.
we have two people over here who are going to join us.
Come on over.
Come on over. We're going to put these acoustics to the test. The talent has arrived.
It took quite a while for us to raise the money for their talent fee, didn't it?
What is it? Wasn't.
It looks bloody.
It looks bloody, but what is it? What have you trodden on?
That's not good. This is like the beginning of a horror film. You walk into a body shoot,
It
you find
is.
blood.
Yes.
Are we the people that die in the horror movies? We're covered in here. Well, they just sprayed down here for bugs. Oh, true.
Okay. Will that stay? That looks quite. But you're not allowed to stand on that, Dave.
There's a cricket right there too.
They're like the backing vocals, aren't we, Kev?
Yeah.
Hang on, that's the wrong tempo. Mama, just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life has just begun, but now I've got it thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, 'cause nothing really matters. Now the next one's better. Too late, too late. My time has come. Send shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, ooh.
Wait.
Truck. Airplane.
Truck. Airplane. I thought it was paranormal, but it's not. I forgot where we were.
I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Carry on, 'cause nothing really matters. You have to do that. Woo!
That may have been the best one we've done.
I think it was really good.
That'll be interesting to see.
Microphones are the best, aren't they?
The microphone puts you in the
Microphone,
mood.
it does.
Besides that moment, actually, can I turn off my lav now, or are you still filming me?
No, you can turn it off. Well, guys, hang on. Just wait.
Oh, I turned it off already. Sorry. You said, yeah, go ahead and turn it
No,
off.
that's
and
all
I'm
right.
quick on the trigger.
You are very quick on the trigger.
You
No,
said
it doesn't.
yes, and it's like off.
I was just going to do a little ending to that. Like, okay, guys, now we've been singing
Yes.
and we've stirred it up for you.
Yes.
We will leave you to it
Oh, gosh.
to see if it's made any difference.
We'll see. I mean, we'll have to update you whenever we see you next on what
Yeah.
we captured.
So go and watch Paranormal Quest's episode
Who are they?
or vlog, whoever they are. These two stray people that we found outside.
Stragglers.
Yeah.
We live in this tunnel.
They're the ones. They just keep bloody turning up, don't they?
I know, you turn up at a venue and there they are.
Yeah.
Here we are. We live in this death chute, so death tunnel, whatever you want to
A bit like that cat cricket.
Yeah, so get out of our house. We're trying to go to bed.
We'll leave it with you guys.
That's
All
right.
right, catch you.
luck
Good
up
luck.
there.
Catch you later.
Good luck with the misty children.
I will do. The Misty Children.
That's right. That's the name of a band.
That's what we could have called ourselves.
The misty
The
children.
Misty Children. We've nailed it. Let's see. At least you get more of a... In fact, what I'm going to do is this. For effect. Is I'm going to do that. Yay. So we
Well, the
can...
thing is, that's great, but we can't actually see where we're going now. Can we?
We couldn't anyway.
Because the light's in our face.
I know where we're going. Fuck, what was that? What the hell was that? What the hell was that, Keg?
I don't know, but it was a loud noise.
What on...
Oh, it's in that room where the two sisters were.
What on earth?
Do you want me to put my torch on and have a look? May I just put my bags down? That was very
That was
loud.
beyond being...
Can we have a look?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so loud.
Put your torch on.
Trying to.
What was it?
Oh no, it's just the picture fell off.
Why did the picture fall off? Be a patient here. This is one of our more famous patients, Lois Higgs, and she and her sister Audrey shared this room. Lois passed away here in 1958. I've got a picture of her sitting. This is a good hot spot. She likes to play with hair. There she is sitting right there.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now her sister Audrey lived. She just passed away recently. Yeah. But it's
That's a
not. It's
shame.
probably been there for.
Yeah. Bless.
So you're telling me that we just happened to go past?
I know, we just happened to go past at the time that this tall woman's picture has fallen off.
It's not broken, is it?
The frame's broken. I mean, it could just be the heat.
So the
but-
heat happened.
It's actually cooler now than it has been.
So the heat happened just as we walked past.
Yeah. In
And
fact, we
it's-
just happened to be standing there.
And we just happened to be standing there when that fell.
Yeah. That was a little bit scary. And to be truthful, I thought somebody had thrown something, but actually, it'd have to be a good shot, wouldn't it?
Well, they can't get up here anyway because
No.
of security and whatnot.
So, yeah. Oh well, that was interesting. Okay, that was fun.
I'm glad I was running a camera.
After that,
What's on the back of it? How was it hanging up?
it's the sticky pads. That was the issue with it.
Well, yeah, but seriously, at that moment,
At that moment, it is
it
weird.
couldn't have been like 2 minutes earlier when we weren't here.
I totally agree. Look, I'm in two minds because it is a sticky pad, and I've actually had them fall
Yeah.
at home. So I do know in heat they can drop. The coincidence is really cool though. The fact that we're stood the other side of this room and it drops,
And gets our attention.
gets our attention. And this is one of the rooms that were pointed out of all the
Do you
rooms.
think, in all honesty, now we've had that happen, we should start here?
No, I want to go up to step 5.
I know you want to go up 5, you can go up afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, we can do it.
Well, the fact that it's just fallen off. Oh, what was that? Oh, you. Somebody went. Oh, what?
Oh, where did that fall over?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera on it, but you put it upright. Put it upright again. What the?
What's it doing?
What's it doing?
Okay.
Well, that's bizarre.
No, it's fine. And I always do it to it, so I just turn it
Yeah,
on, so I know what the measurements
And
are.
I saw you put it upright.
Yeah.
But I didn't see at what point it went
fell
over,
over.
and it
No.
shouldn't fall over. It's pretty steady.
No.
Weird things afoot in here. Oh, look. A door. It's a door.
It is.
Now,
Oh, it's a door to outside, look.
out.
Door to outside.
Yeah, we got your audio on.
Oh, no.
All right, so we're going to stop here for just a few minutes because, yes, we know it could have been natural, but it was very good timing. And we're just wondering if anybody in here is trying to get our attention. So we've come in to see if there is anybody here. A couple of bits of equipment. That one's already gone off a couple of times on the bed. Can I show you how it works? If you come to this side, it'll go red. We use that as a no. If you go to that side, it'll go green. You can use that as a yes. So feel free to do that. Oh, that breeze is nice. I'm also just going to put this little box, the little orange light, on the bed there. Oh, that's me, kicking the chair. Thank you.
Cool.
So my name's Alison.
My name's Cag.
We're just wondering, if you're here, if you can give us your name, please. Is it Lois? If it's Lois, can you let us know, please, either on the light or on that box with the orange light?
If it isn't Lois, if there's anybody else here with us tonight, if you could just let us know who you are, whether you were a patient or whether you were one of the staff members here.
Okay, we'll just listen back to that. Nothing on EVP. So let's just quickly do an Estes and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
But just because we had that happen, we did just want to go, okay, well, let's fish, let's see.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know, do you? All right, just wondering, Lois, was that you that tried to get our attention with the picture? Have you got something you want to say? Something you'd like to tell us?
No.
No, there's nothing you want to tell us. That's all right. Were you happy here, Lois? Your sister went on to live for a long time. So that's all we're going to get, no? And it's funny you said no on here a couple of times. So I'm going to take it that it was just coincidence. Maybe. I think that picture fell off. Or maybe it wasn't you, Lois. Maybe you're somebody else. Somebody else in here that would like to talk.
There's just nothing.
All right.
Nothing at all apart from
All
that.
right, yeah. Well, interestingly, the only word you came out with was no.
Yeah.
And I was saying, have you got anything to tell us?
Oh.
No. And of course, obviously, the flux went off. Every time the flux has gone off, it's been the red. No.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's keep going.
Well, that was
where we were
interesting.
going to. It was curious. Yes, I agree. It could have been just the humidity.
It'd be interesting to know how long that's been up for.
We're gonna ask the lady how long that picture's been up for. Has it been known for? Because it's been hot for days. What would be the chances?
We just happened to be
We just happened to be lapping in the hallway here as it did that. Is it paranormal? I don't know. Is anything paranormal? But just, it was good timing. It was good timing. But we're going to keep going to where we meant to be going in the first place, and that's up to the 5th floor. So, staircase to 5. Was that the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, ow. That hip really hurts going up the stairs. And we're only on 3.
We are only on 3. Another 2 floors to go, okay?
Seemed a good idea to start at the top and work your way down.
Hey?
Seemed a
Whose
good
idea
idea.
was it to do 5
I know.
and to do 2 more flights of stairs? Come on, we can do it.
Stairs are bad enough without it being so hot and humid, isn't it?
It is. All right. Now, where Ryan saw that shadow stuff
Yeah.
was by that room 502, came in behind me, and we're hearing footsteps in that room. And in this area
That's where the
here,
kids were.
so the kids were put on the same floor as the males and the patients who had lost their minds. I haven't put it on dynamic voice at the moment. What there? What there?
Oh, that was you on the table.
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay, that was a bit weird then.
All I did was turn ghost tube off like that.
That's got to be there for sure.
Well, they said they were going to text, weren't they? You'd hear the voices. Is that you guys?
No, I've got a red, sorry.
Oh my God, did that go red just as I
Yeah.
said? No, it's not, and they're not answering. All right. So just as I asked if it was the boys, the flux came up with no. Well, that was pretty cool.
It was. That was good.
All right, so now we're on floor 5. So this is where the children were put, and also the men who had, where the tuberculosis went to the brain. So the men would be on one side with this dementia that tuberculosis would cause, and the children were on the other side. So we're going to position ourselves dead centre in the hallway here. Kag's still just putting a few things out. Mainly what we're going to try for to see if there's any children here, because naturally children did not get away with not having the disease. This is why they were here. So we're just seeing if any children do remain. The question is, did you want to do a live or, lights just went off.
Come, little children, show you the way into the land of enchantment. Anyway, guys, if you see any water dripping, it's just off us. Okay, it is sweat. It is putrid.
Yep.
Absolutely. What do I reckon it was? What was David saying? 105, which
I
is
missed that.
whatever that is.
About 40.
With humidity. If there's any children here with us tonight, my name is Cag. I know it's a really strange name, isn't it? And my friend here.
Oh, Alison. I didn't know I was your friend.
No, you're not. So this is my friend Alison, and we'd love to talk to anybody that's here tonight, even if there's any gentlemen here as well. We were all the way from a place called Australia, which is a long, long, long way away. All right, very long way. It's hot there as well, but not this hot.
No.
So we'd just like to talk to you if we possibly can, and just let us know if you're here. All right. I think one of you might have been seen earlier, but we're going to leave that till later on. Okay. So we're going to ask you some questions. Oh, lights gone off.
Lights, yeah.
Thank you. And I'd like to see if you'd be able to answer that for us. See how clever you are, so if you can answer our questions. I just want to know if you're here. What is your name? My name's Cag, which is a silly name. What's your name?
We can hear noises coming through from the children's room there. Are you hiding in there? Do you want to come out and play with us? Let us know.
Wherever we go, there's a
Train.
Oh,
What?
thank you. All the lights lit up.
Okay.
Are there any nurses with us? I'm not going to go into sad stories. I just want to know if there's a nurse with us tonight. You can say hello to us. We'd love to talk to you. Lights.
You put some toys down on the floor there. You like to come and play with those? Maybe you can say which toy you like the best. You like the koala, which is the fluffy animal. Do you like the balls? Noises. Do you like the balls? Is that when we heard the sounds? Do you like the balls? Do you like the balls? Did you have friends here? Oh, big bang in this one here.
Okay, if you have spoken into here, thank you. Oh God, I've got pens. And try the esters.
Yeah.
But we're going to do the esters with you having the headphones on, and I'm going to sit and play with the kiddies. Try it that way.
Yeah.
Right guys, so we're going to play some games with the children in here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
All right, very first picture that comes up is, I don't know if you can see it, children sitting waiting to play by the looks.
Yeah.
How weird is that? And creepy children too. Okay. I'm going to put that on that side of here so it doesn't affect the
Okay.
EMF.
Alright, so Alison's putting the headset on now. Alright, so are there any children here? Want to come and play? Got lots of different things for you to play with. How much fun is this? We've got a big circle here, and around the outside we have got some zoo animals. We've got that fuzzy thing over there is a koala. That is Alison's favourite thing. Alright, if you want to pinch that, you are more than welcome to. Yeah.
Please do.
Oh yeah, if you could, because that'd be hilarious if she can't find it. And we've got a game of drafts here, if you want to play that. And I've also got a book game of
Dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you lighting up these lights? I'm going to put a ball in the middle. Oh, it's close to the middle so I can get. I can't reach that far. Do you want to have a go at the bowls? Should we play bowls? Are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to roll it, see what we can get. Oh, well that was rubbish, wasn't it? Can you see how many I've knocked over? Can you see how many did I knock over? I'm going to hold it up for you. How many of these did I knock over?
Brett.
What was that your name? Was your name Brett?
People.
Do you see lots of people here? Do you have lots of people here?
20.
20, okay. How many of these did I knock over? Can you tell me that, please? No, you don't want to play bowls?
Hurt.
Sorry to hear that you're hurt. How were you hurt? What happened? If you want to talk to me, you can do. Let's think of happy things, shall we? I have got some cards. So I'm going to pick one of these cards. Okay. Oh, I've got a picture coming through. Oh. And it's a picture of rows and rows and rows of headstones with the sun setting. And there were thousands.
Is it?
Yeah. There were thousands that died here, unfortunately. Very sad.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately there were lots of people dying, wasn't there? I'm going to put a card, so I'm going to put the rest of these cards out the way. I'm going to put this card up in the middle of there. Can you tell me what number that card is, please? Can you try that? Let me know what number it was.
I think it said 3 or red.
Okay, well it's red. What is the number? Can you tell me the number?
Red.
It is red. You were so good. What number is it though? Can you tell me anything about it? It is red. You got that spot on. You don't want to play cards? I didn't want to talk about how you pass because I think everybody does that. I just want to have a little bit of fun with you.
Love you.
Oh, I love you too. That's really nice, thank you. I'm really sorry for what happened to you. Just wanted to bring a little bit of joy to you. I've got a game, playing with things. A game of bowls. Are you ready? See if we can do better this time. Oh! How many did I knock over that time? Can you tell me? I'm going to pick them up. How many did I knock over this time? Can you tell me? Just
Put
try-
them, place them.
Place them. Where do you want me to place them? You want me to put them down? I'm going to put them down here. Okay, well my friend over there's got those funny things on her ears. If you go over to her,
Wait.
okay. Have you tell her?
Ina.
Okay. Can you tell her how many of those bottle shapes there that I've knocked over? Can you tell her that?
Third, faint 2 then.
Not 2. Well, lots of lights flashing.
3.
1, 2, 3. Well done. There was 3. It's very clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you think that. So what's the number on this card?
Cat ball. Cat ball.
Oh, you like cat balls. I've been told you like cat balls.
Have we got any of those out?
Well, have you asked me that? Because there's a cat ball. If you
And that's not, I didn't hear, have we got any of those out? I'm just saying, did we put any of those alternate things?
Yes.
We did. Okay, cool. Whether they were asking or not.
There's a cat ball just there if you want to light it up. Well, you don't want to tell me what
Sit there.
I'm going to sit here. Yeah. I'd love you if you'd tell me though, what was the number on this card? You've done the red, which is right. Can you see the shape? What shape is on there? Is it a heart or a diamond?
Eight.
Oh no, it's not quite 8. That's a shame. It was, guys, the 6 of hearts. Okay, but they got red, which is good. And they got how many of these were knocked over as well, so that's good. Well done.
It's funny, all the voices have stopped.
Oh, really?
Funny. No, I've just said the word funny. After I said that.
I'd love it if you could just play with the ball for me. See if you can do that. See if you can play with the ball.
No.
No?
Like it suddenly all stopped. Oh, sweat in my eyes. Anything?
I did ask, I played a game of bowls
Yeah.
and I asked how many. The first time I got nothing, but the second time I said, how many did I knock over?
Yeah.
You said 2 and then you said 3 and I was holding the 3 up. I held the 3 up and then you said put down or something like that, so I put them down here and I said how many, then you said 3.
That one was like I heard the word 2 and then it was just like, it was more of a question. 3?
3.
I tried to say it like I heard it.
And it was something like
it
you
was
said something afterwards, like clever or no, something
yeah, like it was
what
unsure or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we move on to the next
Really
one.
cool, guys.
Yeah. So I think it's time to go and get, because we are absolutely wet with sweat. We are going to pack up now, up here, and we're going to move on to our next spot.
I'll get off the floor. It's a bit difficult. We're lost.
We're lost.
In Waverly.
It's coming from both ends. Any light? Oh, thank you. It's the steps.
Right after I stop talking, you hear a woman's voice go, "Pick that up."
Oh,
You wouldn't.
oh, that was behind us.